Bitcoin has been the best performing asset over the last decade, outperforming the S&P 500 and gold. Many people refer to Bitcoin as the digital gold, while others say Bitcoin is better than gold. Is Bitcoin better than gold? Will regulations make or break Bitcoin?
Good question, good question.
In this video, the Winklevoss twins explain why Bitcoin is better than gold and why Bitcoin's market cap will surpass gold's.
Let's check it out.
Since Bitcoin's creation, many individuals, particularly Bitcoin enthusiasts, have referred to it as digital gold. This is because Bitcoin has gold characteristics, but it is digital and gold is physical. Bitcoin, according to the Winklevoss twins, is gold 2.0, and it will disrupt gold owing to its digital nature and the possibility of holding billions of dollars of Bitcoin on your phone or laptop.
This is amazingly accurate.
Imagine owning $1 billion in gold and traveling from one country to another. You will not be permitted to move with such a large amount of gold. You could even be arrested and your source of income and purchase of the gold investigated. If you have $1 billion in Bitcoin on your phone, you can go wherever you want with it without anyone knowing. Furthermore, whereas Bitcoin may be easily sold via exchanges or even peer-to-peer, large amounts of gold cannot be exchanged in this manner.
Very true.
Bitcoin is more than just a high-growth asset. It possesses the characteristics of both gold and stocks. Over the last decade, Bitcoin has outperformed practically all assets, and it's not even close. Despite massive growth over the last decade, Bitcoin still accounts for just a tiny percentage of the market capitalizations of both equities and gold. This suggests that Bitcoin's growth still has huge upside potential in the future. Due to that, the Winklevoss twins stated that Bitcoin would rally to a market cap of $9 trillion in a decade, implying that Bitcoin is set to reach a price of over $500,000 within the next decade. They added that when Bitcoin retraces, it is a buying opportunity for those who don't own or want to buy more.
Our thesis is that Bitcoin is gold 2.0, that it will disrupt gold. And if it does that, it has to have a market cap of 9 trillion. So we think that prices Bitcoin it could price one day at $500,000 a Bitcoin.
At a $9 trillion market cap, Bitcoin will become bigger than any single company in the world by market cap and almost 45% of the S&P 500. This implies that Bitcoin will continue outperforming all asset classes, regardless of the market conditions available. Earnings drive companies' stocks. So what could push Bitcoin's market cap to $9 trillion?
Tell us.
Before we move on to the next part of the video, this channel provides high-quality documentary content inspired by the crypto ecosystem, new crypto innovation, and high-profile crypto investors. So if the crypto market is something you are interested in trying to grasp everything, kindly subscribe to the channel and put on notifications.
What are you gonna do? I've already subscribed.
Bitcoin being gold 2.0 suggests that it is the advanced form of gold. That means Bitcoin has the characteristics of being used to hedge against inflation just like gold, but better. According to the Winklevoss twins, as Bitcoin adoption grows, many investors will realize that there is a lot of inflation in the system and that the only way to beat the inflation is to buy more Bitcoin. The United States continues to print money, which leads to a high money supply and inflation. Inflation robs investors of their purchasing power. So when more investors realize this, they will buy more Bitcoin to hedge their money rather than gold. This is because Bitcoin can easily be purchased, even in millions of dollars, without interference than gold. According to Winklevoss twins, Bitcoin guarantees enormous returns in addition to being able to hedge against inflation. This is true because in the past, Bitcoin outperformed gold and acted as an inflation hedge whenever there was strong inflation. This has been occurring since Bitcoin's inception. For example, in 2021, when Bitcoin gave investors more than 3x return, gold was giving around 5% return even though both are inflationary hedges. Furthermore, before Bitcoin was created, more gold was purchased during times of financial crisis and economic slump. In times of financial crisis, Bitcoin demonstrates this feature and even beats gold. For example, Bitcoin rose about 30% during the banking crisis, while gold rose just about 5%. According to the Winklevoss twins, these characteristics make Bitcoin more appealing to investors to buy more, and the more they buy, the higher the Bitcoin price and market cap rises due to fixed supply. What about regulations? Will it break or make Bitcoin? Many people, especially the anti-Bitcoin people, have urged cryptocurrency regulation for various reasons known only to them. However, there is no precise regulation for any cryptocurrencies other than that Bitcoin is classified as a crypto commodity. Many people fear that regulating Bitcoin will break it. This is because many countries are opposed to the use of Bitcoin and are doing everything they can to keep their citizens from using it so they can support the banks. But the Winklevoss twins believe otherwise. Because even though other countries are against Bitcoin, the Chinese who first became anti-Bitcoin are now allowing their citizens to trade Bitcoin.
What would be really the future for Hong Kong, or what it sees as the future of finance? Because it has obviously, as we've been discussing, been under pressure. Its status over the past couple of years, a very tumultuous period for the city. And so this push to become a virtual asset trading hub really plays into the way that the city is trying to position itself. But you talked, of course, about the enforcement actions we've seen. It's not just in the US, which has obviously been the big focus with the SEC. They're really cracking down, but also including in this part of the world. Just this week we had enforcement actions in Malaysia, the Philippines. So Hong Kong is really taking this as an opportunity where it's a sector that it can lead in and also be sort of at the global forefront, considering when you have the likes of IOSCO, which is sort of a securities watchdog at an international level, saying that there needs to be greater harmony between the different jurisdictions in terms of how they look at this sector.
The Winklevoss twins believe Bitcoin is the best investment in the last decade, having beaten every asset, including gold and technology companies, and will continue to do so regardless of whether there are laws in the United States or any place else in the world to restrict Bitcoin purchases. They are not the only ones who feel that Bitcoin cannot be stopped by legislation. Robert Kiyosaki has also declared that the people manage Bitcoin and support Bitcoin, not the Federal Reserve or the government. He went on to say that Bitcoin does not require a bailout from the Federal Reserve or the government because it is people's money and will continue to rally. Why Bitcoin? Years ago, I watched Bitcoin climb to $20,000, then drop to zero. I thought Bitcoin was finished. Slowly watched Bitcoin climb to $6,000 and I bought lots. Why? Because people support Bitcoin, not Fed or government. BTC did not need Fed or government bailout because Bitcoin people's money. Bitcoin to $100,000. Long leave Bitcoin, the Winklevoss twins are unconcerned about Bitcoin regulations anywhere in the globe. They trust that Bitcoin is Gold 2.0, an advanced digital gold, and since regulations didn't break gold, it wouldn't break Bitcoin.
We believe in healthy, thoughtful regulation, and that's been the case in the US and many other jurisdictions for the last decade. We don't see that not continuing, so we think Bitcoin's here to stay. We think thoughtful regulation around it in the US and other sophisticated jurisdictions is also here to stay. So I'm not really worried about the boogeyman of regulation. That was a conversation that we got past like 5 or 8 years ago. But Bitcoin is the best performing asset of the previous decade. It's the best performing asset of this year, and we think it will be the best performing asset of the.
President Franklin D. Roosevelt signed an act in January 1934, transferring ownership of all monetary gold in the United States to the U.S. Treasury and prohibiting the Treasury and financial institutions from redeeming dollars for gold. This did not break gold, and gold has since rallied. This will be Bitcoin if it is regulated. In late 2019, the Winklevoss twins acquired Nifty Gateway as a way to enter into the NFT world while expanding their business. We have a documentary about the motivation behind the purchase, details of the deal, and have answered all the questions you need answers to. So check it out now.
If you liked it, please don't forget to subscribe below.